I'm going to discuss in this audio a denial by a consular officer at a US consulate and or US embassy anywhere in the world on the basis of a 214B denial, 214B denial. The B is normally in parentheses. In my experience, this is one of the most common reasons why a consular officer will deny someone's non-immigrant visa application. In a separate audio, I also do a deep dive into the documentation you should be taking to make sure you overcome a 214B denial ground. And I will explain to you the types of documentation and how they should be presented and what types of things consular officers are looking for. So you should really listen to that to make sure that you eschew getting a 214B denial. So let's look at the appropriate intent. Intent is the huge word here. That's where we're getting the non-immigrant intent from. So you must have the appropriate intent regarding your visit to stay in the United States. And although this is collectively called non-immigrant intent, this term can be slightly misleading because the standard is actually whether you present sufficient proof to establish that you are entitled to the requested non-immigrant classification. Now, I'm going to read exactly what the US Department of State, the acronym DOS, the guidance states. The DOS is essentially the remit under which the consulates work. And this is what the DOS guidance says pertaining to this whole non-immigrant intent issue, because it's super important you understand it, and then I can break down why it's being triggered and what you can do to avoid it. With limited exceptions, all visa applicants are presumed to be immigrants and thus not eligible for non-immigrant visa, NIV for short. The acronym NIV is for non-immigrant visa, unless and until they satisfy the consular officer that they qualify for one of the NIV categories defined in INA section 101A15.